Today's show is brought to you by DraftKings Sportsbook. Come on, baby. You know the top-rated sportsbooking app in North America. Not only is it safe, but it's secure and reliable, baby. And when we're talking about it, you know, we got promo codes. Promo code being MOATS. When you make that first deposit bonus of $5, you will receive $200 in draft deposit bonus money. And you could use that money for parlays. You don't like a little parlay action, right? A little parlay. Y'all obviously know how the good guys were rocking this past weekend. So we could cook up with them, man, and lean on them this upcoming game as well. So you definitely love that. But at the same time, I know we all can struggle at times with some things. And whenever you do struggle, if you or someone you know has a gambling problem, need some crisis counseling or referral services, well, if you're located in New York, you see the number that you could text. But for everybody else, the number to dial is 1-800-GAMBLER.
Well, speaking of the Titans, did you see the trade that just went through?
Mm-hmm. I like it for Edmunds. He'll like it down there. He'll fit with Vrabel. I think for the Eagles, I'm like, ooh, y'all really going back for it again. I like it. Because that's an aggressive move. And Kevin Byard, man, you know, I like Kevin. He going to get that rock. He get turnovers.
Well, some people are wondering if Edmunds is still available.
Oh. So it's like we're going to put a call in? Because
right, like Edmunds was just a throw into the
Edmunds,
trade.
Bro. You know I'm Team Edmunds.
So you'd want him back.
Come on, bro. You know I never want
We
him
can
to leave.
offer a 6th-rounder for Edmunds. Titans would do it. Would you do it if you're the Steelers?
You know I want Edmunds back, bro.
I would do it.
I never wanted him to leave. I've been a part of the minority the longest. I felt like what it was around Edmunds. And yeah, we see, or we can at least feel where his presence is being felt or is being missed, so to speak, man. So yeah.
Yeah, I feel like if you bring him in, you get to see Minka less up by the line of scrimmage, making less tackles at the line of scrimmage, helping in the run game. Because that's what Edmunds was traditionally for us. He was the garbage man. He was like our Draymond Green. Mm-hmm. Then you could have Minka free roaming back there.
And then when we go our 3 safety, they go back to the 3 safety version that we saw cooking when it was Edmunds, Minka, and Casey. Versus right now when we go Edmunds, or right now when we go Minka, Casey, Keanu, or last game we were going Minka, Casey, and Pat P. So, like I said, one just has a little, like I said, a lot more physicality when you bring Edmunds back into the fold.
Do you think we do it?
I don't put it past Omar. I really don't. I
don't think we're seeking it out.
That's what I'm saying. We would need something to happen for it to spark. Like, if
because I think we've got some good games
right.
from our safeties these last couple
have.
With Minka, Casey, and Neal.
And outside of, like, somebody would need to get hurt because nobody's technically playing bad where you feel like if Casey or Keanu Neal were playing to the extent of like how Levi's played at times,
right?
I think it's a different conversation because we'll be looking at him and highlighting and saying, you know what, we really have to fix this. We don't feel all the way like that right now. It's like, yo, could we be better here? Sure. But we know that that's not their strong suit. This is more their strong suit. But we haven't really had them opportunities, you know, really pop up like that. So I don't think we will, but I would be all for it if we did. Like, I love Edmunds' game. I think he fits perfectly what we want. Like I said, everybody can't be going for interceptions. And right now, when you have a lot of the same body types, that's what you kind of get. Now, granted, we know Casey ain't ducking any smoke. He's shooting his body. He throws it out there, but it's different. It's a difference, man. But at the same time, we know Casey is way more ball savvy, way more, has a higher probability of creating turnovers. And that's something that Edmunds doesn't do.
Still waiting for those this year, though.
Unfortunately, that's the case. And the same with Levi Wallace. We say, well, Levi, he is a good corner that creates turnovers. That's what he's been doing throughout his career. This year, it hasn't happened as frequently.
Well, he got two in that Raiders.
And we talked about the Raiders game, and everybody was like, well, he had 2 picks, so it wouldn't have been bad. And we're like, okay, we're glad he got them 2 picks because otherwise it's like, yo, he gave up how many yardage? That's Levi, though. So right now with Casey, not to the full extent, but almost in that same, type of conversation, Casey, we know you're not the best tackler. but we know you're gonna shoot your gun, which we love. We know you're gonna come up there 100 miles an hour. Love that. But your bread and butter is turnovers. We need splash. But
I
it'll come, though.
have the same sentiment. I don't think we're gonna do it. I'd be for it. I'm just guessing
I'm
this
definitely for
offseason the
it, though,
team decided to move on from Edmunds and
Yeah.
prioritize Casey more, and then obviously they ended up signing Keanu Neal.
Mhm.
And with them coming off of some pretty good games as a safety trio, I don't think they're gonna mess up that chemistry.
Yeah.
Not saying it's right or wrong. I do think if you bring in Edmunds, it helps our defense. Like, he's a quality player. I think it helps
the
Minka.
chemistry. It helps I think there isn't a big negative to having Edmunds back, except for the fact that
A couple
You
of those
lose the
safeties are gonna,
playmaking.
a couple of those safeties are gonna play less, like
Yeah.
Casey or Neal.
right. Well, it'll be Neal. Neal would play less because he's the similar body type to Edmunds. But to me, I just think the more Edmunds is out there, you just know you have a lesser probability of getting the splash turnover. Whereas with Casey, throughout his career, we've seen he has just a higher probability. If he's out there, something good can happen in terms of getting that football. So it just depends on, like I said, what you're looking for. It's like, do you want the guy that's going to get all the rebounds and make the mid-range, or you want that cat that can dunk on somebody and shoot threes? It's like, hey, man, one's a lot more exciting than the other one. That one is better for, like, the system, but this one, he could really turn up.
Again, still waiting for that with Casey though.
He ain't got the dunk just yet. We gonna get the dunk. He had a couple where he was leaking out on the break, and it's like, yo, and we just missed him. He's like, all right.
Hey, he was getting those turnovers at a good clip last year.